Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for men's college soccer action in the WSC South as the College of the Canyons Cougars and the Antelope Valley Marauders here to take each other on today. I'm Matt Robinson alongside Mark Kneisel. Happy to have you along with us. And as we get ready for, as we said, a rivalry game between these two teams, Mari, Antelope Valley and College of the Canyons. You never know what's going to happen when these two teams hook up with one another.
Yeah, it usually is a rivalry game. We'll see what happens.
As College of the Canyons comes in 7-2 or 2-7-2 on the season, trying to pick up their first win in their last three, trying to break a three-match losing streak. Antelope Valley 3-6-1, and they've lost 4 of their last 5. So both these teams kind of in struggle mode right now, just trying to turn things around, get things going a little bit better. For College of the Canyons, it's been kind of a weird schedule as of late. You take a look. They've been on a break. Their last game, October 4th against Desert, a 2-0 loss. Their 7th loss of the season. Their 8th match without a goal this season. And their 3rd straight match without a goal. They've been shut out in their last 301 minutes, Mari. So even tougher coming in against Antelope Valley team who you have a rivalry with, you battle with quite often. Going to make it a little bit more difficult on COC here today.
Yeah, and I think we talk about the fact that COC has had options to score. They just haven't been able to put it in the back of the net.
And that's really been the biggest issue for the men as we are underway. College of the Canyons in their blue uniforms moving to our left here in the first half. Antelope Valley in their whites. Attacking the goal to our right. As the Marauders starting Oscar Flores in goal. Flores this season 0-0 and 1 in 3 starts. For College of the Canyons, Hunter Maiden in goal for COC. As Maiden this season 1-5-1 in 6 starts so far this season. This will be his 11th appearance. This Canyons trying to move the ball forward here, middle of the field. Alejandro Zalamea will send it near side. Just as Diego Briseño trying to spin back a little bit. This one out off of Antelope Valley. It'll be a Canyons throw. Christian Lances Castillo now with it. He'll send it back. Canyons trying to gather control here. Ball bouncing around. Poked out by Antelope Valley as Angel Montes de Oca was there. So Canyons trying to push the field on their end for the moment. Briseño to bring it in play. Again, Antelope Valley trying to work away from pressure here. Calmly onto the far side of the field. All kind of takes a dip away from College of the Canyons, and the Marauders back the other way. Hugo Santana on the far side spins back to the middle. They'll work to Alex Ariza. He'll swing it off near side. Angel Montes de Oca spinning down. He'll try and send one through the box, defended away by Garrett Carrillo. And again, Antelope Valley will recontrol. They'll ship this one towards goal, and Maiden coming out will collect. Maiden in his last game out allowed 2 goals on 10 shots on goal, played all 90 minutes in the loss to Victor Valley. For Canyons, as we said, it's been up over 301 minutes now without a goal, and as every minute ticks away in this one, it just adds to that number. As Canyons just has really struggled to score this season, only 6 goals for this year, Mari. It's just been a struggle. We've seen shots, it's just been a matter of no conversions.
Yeah, and it's been tough though because they've been there. They've been, and they do best when they make those quick passes and movements up the field. So far today, we've seen a lot of long balls in any attack. Maybe they're feeling out the defense, but I think they work best when they do quick passes and move down the field that way.
This ball loose, picked up by Canyons, and they'll work down the far side here. Ball still kind of moving around, and it'll come back in on Hunter Maiden, who will collect. This one picked up by Antelope Valley. Turned over and taken by Canyons now. Just underway, Canyons and Antelope Valley here on a Tuesday night in Santa Clarita, a chilly one. It's cooled down quite a bit. We're all in jackets over here, sweatshirts over here. This
I
is the
brought a
first time in a
couple
while.
and a blanket.
And a blanket. Mari might curl up at halftime and warm up. Here's Antelope Valley trying to get one through the middle of the field. Offside flag against Hugo Santana.
Not used to this weather yet.
I think we're all kind of getting used to it right now. Very cool out. Moon starting to come up. Out to the east a little bit here, as we can see it kind of shadowing up. Aiden will drive this one away. First touch by Canyon. Second touch off the back line by Antelope Valley is Damon Smith. Antelope Valley once again with control. Ariza now ships it down. No offside flag. It came very, very late. And eventually will be offside against Antelope Valley. Antelope Valley once again with control. Marauders couldn't do much with that one. Canyons will try and go back the other way. Nothing doing here for either side. Ball been mostly in the middle of the field. Marauders go to work trying to get an attack here. Soror had it for a second. Instead, Antelope Valley will play back control. Caleb Stokes here. Near side, Montez de Oca. Marauders try for a combination as Nico Martinez Galvez tried to connect it onto the outside, but nothing there. What do you see in this early so far here, Mari, from both sides? Very much a feeling out process?
Yeah, I would say so. They play very similarly. And they do try to move the ball more so on the back line. And then they move forward, whether that is a long ball we see going forward or trying to move through the middle quickly. But I do see a lot of playing into pressure when they do try to move forward attacking. I'd say on both sides, and that's causing a lot of turnovers in the middle, which is where the game's been played mostly.
So again, Marauders trying to move through the middle of the field here. Canyons trying to get a counter now as they get a takeaway. Contreras sent it far side. There's a shot that goes well up and over. But maybe the best look so far of the match for either side is Canyons gets a shot away.
Yeah, again, those were pretty quick 1-2 passes in the middle for that opportunity, and the Cougars need to keep doing that as they move forward.
Marauders will go back to work.
Onto the field for the Marauders, number 5, Dean. Sorry.
Substitution for Antelope Valley as Sari comes in.
Upcoming College of the Cranium corner, number 3, Diego Brasino.
Diego Brusino going to get a corner kick opportunity for Canyons here. In turn towards the top of the box, deflected away. This one spins out. There's a whistle for an injured player, one of the Marauders down. So as we wait for that to be solved.
Coming into the game for the Marauders, number 23, Benjamin Estrada.
Benjamin Estrada into the game for Antelope Valley now. Canyons trying to work off the far side. Christian Lanzas Castillo that time was trying to create something, and Canyons will get a corner off the creation that time.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's going to take tonight. That he just put in a little more effort than I think we've seen from Canyons, actually.
Upcoming number 3, Diego Brasino.
It's going to take a player doing that to get some hype out there.
Brasino again on a corner in turn, defended away. Lanzas Castillo now with it. He'll try and slip back into the box. Trying for the connection was Whitney, but it bounced away from him as it was defended well by Antelope Valley, and they'll try and clear and go back on a counter. They just chip onto the near side of the field. Angel Montes de Oca slips it back to the middle, taken away by Canyons. Played up by Contreras. In Brasino. Tried to send it to the middle, but nobody was there, and Antelope Valley just going to create a clear. Nice first touch from the young man doing the helping with the balls there. Throw in here for Canyons. Salamea. And then a foul going to be called against COC. No score, Antelope Valley College the Canyons, just about 15 minutes in.
Something I've noticed with Canyons the last few games that I think has given them more opportunity is having the back line get involved and not just the outside backs. We're talking about the center backs. They'll take turns moving forward. And I know last game at the Cougar soccer field that happened. I think it was Vegas Roberts. He was involved with two pretty dangerous plays that almost resulted in goals. And so I've seen that today where they've gotten involved in, and I do like to see it because I think that's where their attack stems from.
Yeah, the back line moving forward, and we just haven't. It just hasn't created goals so far this year, and that's been the biggest problem for College of the Canyons. We've talked about it ad nauseum. 6 goals for on the season. It's just been rough sledding. 71 shots for. They've put 28 of those on goal, so it's not like they're not getting opportunities. It's just a matter of being able to connect on those opportunities. And like you said, they seem to have their best opportunities when they have that backline pressure. Haven't seen it so far today. Vegas Roberts hasn't been able to really step in, but he's that center back for College of the Canyons. We did see Whitney a few moments ago on a ball cruising through the middle trying to deflect one.
Yeah, and I think it all comes down to execution. Even in their passing in the midfield, I think we see a lot of turnovers just from poor execution. And if they get that down, I think we're going to see a lot more goals from Canyons.
Still no score here. Antelope Valley College of the Canyons. We've talked about the Cougars quite a bit on their offensive side. Antelope Valley on the other side of the field, 16 goals for this year. It's not great, but it's better than obviously 6 goals for. They're 50th in the state. They've produced 85 shots, but another team that plays what seems to be a very defensive game. We've talked about they've lost 4 of their last 5. Their last win was a 3-1 win over Desert. So both these teams playing some similar opponents. Of course, Canyons a 2-0 loss to Desert their last time out. So it's very similar styles, very similar records between these two. Antelope Valley with one more win than College of the Canyons. And right now, with this being the conference opener, both these teams, it's wide open for a chance to try and make the playoffs if you can go in and win your conference. Despite having a record that would be a losing record right now. Canyons will send one down. Lanzas trying to run onto it. Ships one. I'm not sure if that was a shot across or what, but it missed by quite a bit. And so a good attack by the boards.
It was a great ball down the line with great texture on there. Got right past the defender, right on line for Chavez. Or Christian Lanzas Castillo, excuse me.
But not much the Cougars doing on that one, even though the ball deflected out. Carrillo going to let this one run off the far side as he just kind of held against an Antelope Valley player. Still no goals for Canyons in their last 315 plus. Now one of the Cougars down on the field. We got stepped on by one of the Marauders players on a late challenge, and it looks like the official going to talk to Dean Suri. Here's Whitney now for Canyons. Couple of bodies crashing down once again. So we're not going to hear any of the bad audio. I turned it off for us because I pumped it up to see if it'll actually pick up over there. So ball working back through on the Canyon side of midfield. Maiden trying to send it near side. Braceno going to keep it along the touchline and keep it in play, and it'll be Antelope Valley to control. They'll play it all the way back towards Oscar Flores. Again, playing catch with Flores here. Marauders bring up near side field. It's a good challenge by Contreras to knock it out and slow down the counter. That one thrown into play. Little bodies trip up, and a foul going to be called against Carrillo deep inside the Canyon's end. So here's a really good chance for Antelope Valley on what could be a dangerous spot on the set piece here.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's their first set piece down in the Canyon's third.
First of the match here for them. Maybe about 10 paces off the top of the box here. Santana will spin it towards the far post. Defended away. I think Carrillo got first contact on it. Chipped back into the box. Braceno gets a touch on it. Just makes it fall out of play. So it'll be a corner kick for Antelope Valley here. About 24 minutes to go in the first half. Santana again will try and spin this one towards.
Antelope Valley substitution now on the field, number 8, Omar Sosa.
Good defense away that time by Canyons on the corner kick. Antelope Valley right back on the attack, though. That's a good play by Whitney that time. Able to defend Santana and make sure Santana couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, he seemed pretty hyped about that one, and he should be. It was good defending.
They directed traffic here. Gives that one out. Picked up by Canyons. Whitney now. Was able to get it to Chavez, who was defended. Now Roberts, but it's knocked away from him. Ariza sends it towards the box. Carrillo uses his body to shield the ball away from Santana, and then we'll try an outlet the other way.
That was a great movement by Carrillo on that side, being very aware of the player behind him and where he can shield his body to protect the ball.
Again, Carrillo will go back towards. That's one actually out off of Antelope Valley, so it'll be a Canyons goal kick here. No score in low events so far here in the first half. Canyons with a couple of opportunities. Antelope Valley with a couple of set pieces from down low. Neither team really dangerous on either. So we stay no score. Salame off the far side. Just couldn't do much with it as Benjamin Estrada was there to use his body to shield Zalamea and get the ball out. Flores now. Middle of the field for Masror. Taken away by Canyons. Played to Chavez. Was knocked down, gets back up. Chris Chavez looking for room to operate. Now in the middle, Gage Fritz. First time we've really talked about him today. Is Fritz usually very active on the ball. Hasn't had an opportunity yet. Got it to Carrillo. Back to Chavez now. Chavez trying to work to the far side. Spins back towards the middle of the field. Still working. Now works for a cross that Braceno couldn't get onto. He'll try and step over and work along into the corner. Back up Contreras. Contreras along the touchline keeps it in play. Got it back to Whitney. Good combination back to Whitney between him and Chavez. It's Jose Chavez that time, but Canyons couldn't do anything with it. Roberts going to be called for a foul. Just got tied up with one of the Marauders. And Antelope Valley going to quickly go, and they'll have a chance on an attack here. Montes de Oca back to the middle of the field, onto the far side. Chance for Antelope Valley. A shot made, knocked it away. What a huge stop by Hunter Maiden as streaking down was Santana, and Maiden got his shoulder on it.
Yeah, that was a big save. That was a big save. That could be the difference later on.
Maiden very aggressive on
Corner
the
kick for the Marauders, number
time.
17, Salvador
That was a
Lubiano.
good ball off that free kick opportunity. Antelope Valley went quick and just caught Canyons kind of sleeping. And now a foul going to be called against Canyons. And it's going to be a card here. It's going to go against Alejandro Zalamea. So he'll pick up the first yellow of the match.
Yeah, you know, and that opportunity came off a turnover from Canyons in the final third. And it was because movement stopped. Whitney didn't know where to go. He had 3 players in front of him, 2 players of his own around him, but they weren't moving. He had no idea where to go in there, and thus a turnover. And he's one of our center backs here. That makes it difficult to get back in time.
So it's the first yellow of the match in the, we'll say, 36th minute. Canyons. Just one of what we, coming in, kind of expected to be many, as these two teams no love lost for one another. Here's a set piece opportunity for Antelope Valley. This one driven towards the far post and missed. They had Santana run over the top of it, and Stokes stepped into it, just drove it wide, had a good boot on it, just didn't hit the mark. So Canyons dodges a bullet after the yellow. This one out off of Antelope Valley. I think it's at 36th minute. It's the 26th minute. Math, not my strong suit. Never has been, never will be. Here's Christopher Chavez. Sends it to Braceno, far side, top of the box, defended away. Good step in that time by Montes de Oca. Marauders trying to work back the other direction. Montes de Oca now down the near side. Still working with it. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Slips it down further for Sosa. Sosa trying to set up a cross. Knocked down by Vegas Roberts. Roberts will slip it onto the outside to Whitney, but Whitney couldn't handle it. It rolls by him, goes out, and it's a deep throw in here for Antelope Valley. A little over 17 and a half to go. Long run up on the throw in that time for the Marauders. Bounces in the box. Turnaround chance for Antelope Valley doesn't connect. Didn't see who got it. It was Ariza actually that time trying to kind of fall away, jumping in the air and connect on one. Let's go short with this free kick as Antelope Valley wants to press ahead. Marauders starting to feel some of the attack here. This one bounces back in towards Maiden. He'll collect and kind of slow it down, direct traffic a touch. Whitney near side of the field.
That's too easy.
Good combination for Canyons to get it to Braceno on the near side. They'll look back to Roberts now.
Antelope Valley's making it real hard for Canyons to get out of their half.
Braceno calling for a ball. Fritz finally sees him and sends it down towards the corner, but it's just too much ahead. And it was actually Montes de Oca there. I think if Fritz sees that a touch earlier and places it a little higher, Braceno's got a really good chance for an attack for Canyons.
And it comes down just to that little bit of detail, I think, in finishing out a play for Canyons.
There's Antelope Valley once again. Stokes sends it ahead. Martinez Galvez had it knocked off his foot. Canyons back the other way. Jeffrey Contreras will take a long shot that'll bounce in. Flores with an easy
Down the field for the Marauders, number 22, Nico Martinez Galvez.
Probably not the shot he wanted, but I think Canyons has to get some shots on goal, and you need to test out this keeper, so take your shots.
Jack, Chris. Jack. Gary, Chris.
Again, Antelope Valley trying to work forward. Viano now with it. Long run for him. Tries to work around Fritz, who defends it away. Nasroor plays it ahead. Carrillo then will cut it out of play. It'll be a Marauder throw-in. Little over 14 and a half to go. Still no score. Antelope Valley's had a couple of good opportunities. The best one. But a big save by Hunter Mate just a few moments ago has kept this at 0-0. Goes Antelope Valley again. Nasroor has it knocked away from him as he tried to streak through the middle. Then Fritz trying to do the same on the other side has it knocked out by Antelope Valley. So we'll go back from a throw-in. Jose Chavez that time couldn't do anything with it. Marauders working back ahead. Montes de Oca onto the near side. Loviano tries to cross with the left foot. It goes off of a Canyons player. Bounces back towards the middle of the field off the turf. Loviano then tripped up. Will play the advantage. Montes de Oca. His cross. Roberts got a head on. Zalamea collects. Zalamea up the far touchline. Just played it out. It'll be an Antelope Valley throw-in. They'll quickly go. Here's Stokes now. Ahead, Montes de Oca. Play middle of the field. Antelope Valley with a connection. Santana along the outside was looking for Luviano. The connection just not there, but Antelope Valley starting to kind of, looks like get a feel and make some one-touch combinations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think they're executing a little bit better than they were in the first half of this half here. And they do have a feel more for the defense, but I think Canyon's defense is still doing well structurally. We've only seen about one breakdown, I think.
Hey, don't let him out. Good.
So another corner here coming for Antelope Valley. This one swings down, defended away. Ooh, a couple of bodies ran right into each other. Foul going to be called against Fritz, or is it a throw-in called for Antelope Valley here? Fritz ran into Salvador Luviano. Sounded worse than maybe it was.
I don't know if I agree with that one, Matt. He touched it around him, and
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
what are we gonna do?
they called I think they called a throw-in, not a
Yeah,
foul.
I mean, I think I would have called the foul, but I'm not a ref.
You are
I'd
not.
like that to be noted.
Substitutions here for Antelope Valley. They get fresh bodies on.
Yeah, man.
Substitutions. First for the Marauders. Now on the field, number
Here's
6,
Stokes.
Jason Palacios.
Palacios
And
in.
for the Cougars, number 16, Christian Hansen.
Christian Hansen in for Canyons. Thought I was going to have to defend the table from a wayward clearing play. Not worried about anybody at the table, mostly the
Not gonna
electronics
lie
sitting
to you,
here.
I would pay some good money to see you
Me
dive
dive
for
over
that.
the table. It almost happened right now. I was I was thinking about the couple of $1,000 worth of equipment sitting on the table right now.
And it would be worth it.
Yeah, maybe for you, not for me. I might not be able to get up in the morning. The other way, Montes de Oca. Defended by Fritz. Good job by Fritz on the takeaway. Chris Chavez couldn't get around his defender. As again, Masroor right through the middle of the field. Then Vegas Roberts steps up and takes it right off his foot. That's a good play from Vegas Roberts that time. Canyon's not able to connect on anything. Tried to ship it into the box, just didn't have anything there. Antelope Valley trying to work through the middle of the field now. Palacios had it. Got it to Martinez Galvez, but he had it taken away from him. Contreras, now Briceno creates a throw-in. Off the touch. Contreras trying to switch it here. Fritz will collect in the middle. Roberts. Carrillo slides forward. Hansen had it for a second on a quick touch, but nobody following up for Canyons. So Antelope Valley clears it back down. Whitney takes over. Briceno into the middle of the field. Too far ahead of Contreras. Marauders trying to counter. Sosa to the far side. Again, Antelope Valley trying to get their legs going here. They've had a little bit of time off as well. Talked about Canyons. Their last game on October 4th. For Antelope Valley, their last contest actually further back on October 1st. So they've had even more time off.
Wow. Week and a half?
Yeah, both these teams
a lot.
almost as though they each had a bye week. Like the football programs did this last week. This one bounces towards the box. Collected by Hunter Maiden. Don't forget, we will have football for you a couple nights from now. Thursday night, homecoming here at College of the Canyons. COC and El Camino. 6 o'clock start time. One of our rare 6 o'clock games this year. In terms of home games, anyway.
But pregame festivities start at 4.
Yes, they do. Thank you, Mari.
Food, games, giveaways.
Free to students
that
and
fun
staff,
stuff.
so make sure you join. And then we'll have women's soccer on Friday here from the Cougar soccer facility, as well as 6 o'clock start against Antelope Valley. This one driven up in the air by Hunter Maiden. Played back onto the Antelope Valley side of midfield. Isaac Cervantes had it. Ahead. Masroor had it taken away from the intended target on a pass, was trying to get it to Palacios. Canyon's back the other way. Briceno just flicks it down to the corner. Chavez trying to run onto it. Couldn't do anything with it. Now Contreras defends the ball away, but couldn't keep it in play. It'll be Antelope Valley throw in here. Briceno gets a touch.
Push up.
Whitney able to keep that one in play. Good step up that time from Vegas Roberts. Trying to push it ahead. Now Fritz, a long shot, driven up and over and out to the parking lot.
I think that might have gone to the street.
Yeah.
If he had gotten that just a little lower, that would have been a rocket in the back of the net.
There's a good look, maybe the best for Canyons on about 35 out, we'll say, maybe even a little less.
Hoping that gives him a little more confidence to take those shots. We haven't seen too much from him in the last few games offensively.
It's Canyons approaching on 7 45-minute halves without a goal right now. There's under 5 to go. 340 minutes without a goal for College of the Canyons. Fritz will try and send it down to the corner. Lanzas Castillo popped it up in the air. Canyons will get a throw in on the far side.
Back on the field for the Marauders, number 10, Alex Areza.
Here's Whitney now. Whitney will chip down into the corner. Ball defended away by Montes de Oca. Corner or a throw-in upcoming for College of the Canyons. Ball shipped up to the middle of the field. Rio takes over. Now Lanzas Castillo tries to chip to the middle. One-touch shot off a ball deflected, bounces through a few bodies, nearly hit Estrada on the arm. That would have, and he would have been inside the box. That would have been a penalty for Canyons on just what would have been good luck, and Estrada somehow avoided it.
I mean, it's a little bit of a risk of a shot, but I don't think that's a bad idea. I think if he thinks he's capable of it, why not?
Antelope Valley quickly trying to counter back the other way. Luviano, little chip cross. Maiden able to knock it down. Good read again by Hunter Maiden. He's been big so far here in the first half, including that big save on an Antelope Valley counter about halfway through. Knocked it away with his left shoulder on a shot.
Yeah, he's the reason why it's still 0-0 right now.
Whitney got knocked down. Chris Chavez able to come and help him out and get it back. Got it to Fritz. Fritz from the middle of the field able to continue working through a couple of bumps. Now Briceno trying to go 1v1. Works to the outside of his left foot. Now cuts it back to the middle. Drops it back for Fritz. Fritz wanted to set one up. Took too long to set it up. And it was blocked away by Antelope Valley. Here they come back the other way. Ariza. Loviano. Middle of the field. Now takes a left-footed shot that was blocked by Vegas Roberts. Picked up by Canyons. Chris Chavez wants to work to the outside. Now he'll stop it back up right outside the center circle. Works into the circle. Defended by Mesrour. Knocked away off the foot of Chavez. Taken by Antelope Valley. They'll recontrol Mesrour again. They'll work a combination back out to him on the far side. And then out off of Antelope Valley. So the Marauders trying to work on a combination. Couldn't get anything going. And it goes out and it'll be Canyons throwing.
Chavez held the ball a little long in the middle, but I don't even think I'm mad about that because what I've seen this first half is Canyons forcing the issue moving forward when they do not have the players or the players moving. And you can't even blame him for that. He had no one moving around him to help him out. And come second half, I think Canyons would be better served with a little more movement off the ball as a focus.
This ball bounces off of Briceno. Now Stokes. This ball crossed to the middle of the field. Picked up that time by Canyons. Good job by Baden once again to come out. And the Marauders trying to work off the touchline here. Braceno trying to battle. Foul going to be called against Canyons. Actually, nope, that's going to be the end of the first half. So those will be the final few seconds of the first half. No score from either side. Canyons and Antelope Valley. We'll go to second half action when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Hey there, Cougar. I forgot the Cougar's name.
Oh, I know it is. Wait, I forgot its name too.
Hey, bro, what's that cat's name again?
I have no idea. Who is that again? I forgot.
Who is that?
Hey, do you need help getting registered? Let's find your schedule. What's your name again?
Hey, Cooper, come on in. Are you here for a student ID card?
Oh, it's Cooper. The Cougar's name is Cooper.
Oh, Cooper.
I don't know. Man, I don't know, man.
Man, that's Cooper, man. That's Cooper.
Cooper. Cooper the Cougar.
Yeah, that's Cooper. Okay.
Wait, isn't your name Cooper?
Here we go, Cooper. 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Hey, Chancellor, Cooper is here to see you.
Cooper, thanks for coming in to see me. But I have just one question for you. What's your last name?
Here we go again.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees. They catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get a free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
Welcome back into the Cougar soccer facility as we go to work second half action. Antelope Valley and College of the Canyons. Cougars and their Blues moving to our left here in this, or excuse me, or defending to our left here in this second half, while Antelope Valley in their whites defending to our right. No score, neither team on the board in the first half. Canyons with a chance here on an attack, and they score right away. Christian Hansen on a counter, and the Cougars have broken the goalless drought. Their first goal of the match, their first goal in over 345 minutes.
Number 16, Christian Hansen.
Hansen connects, and the Cougars with a 1-0 lead. So Hansen on a counterattack, streaking down the near side, tucks it inside the post on the near side, past Flores. And Canyons with a 1-0 lead. It comes in the 46th minute for Christian Hansen, his first of the year. And that was maybe just what the doctor ordered for College of the Canyons, Mari.
Yeah, that was early in the game, but there are plays that lead to scoring that just feel right from the start, and that was one of those. They connected very well, 2 feet, and the right balls through, and the right shot. That was beautiful.
So 1-0 Canyons lead. As we said, breaks a goalless drought of 345 minutes. And actually, I think it was 346 as they had scored going 301. This one cleared up the sideline towards us and out of play.
And that's got to give Canyon some energy to start this second half.
Remember, a rivalry game, a conference opener here in the WSC South. Really, over the years, these two teams just battle back and forward. Since 2004, Canyons just one win over Antelope Valley. That was in 2017. A 5-2 win here. Cougars are 1-8-5 against the Marauders in that time. And we said it's been dominated by Antelope Valley in terms of the series, but it's always been tight games, always been physically contested between both teams. So some good vibes for College of the Canyons getting the first goal here of the match and snapping 3 games plus without a goal. This ball driven out towards midfield. Roberts knocks it down, keeps it himself. Couple of good touches. Now slips it into the middle. Chris Chavez. Chavez back to the middle. Now to Hansen. Hansen along the far side. Canyon's going to try and slip one towards the box. Roberts trying to go up for it. Foul going to be called against Roberts as the keeper, Oscar Flores, went high in the air and then really went down over his own player.
Yeah, Robert stopped moving, and that was a little weird, but we protect the keeper.
Yep. So we'll play back on. Canyon's able to get first touch and work back the other way. Up to the middle of the field. Now a pass defended by Antelope Valley. Never really dangerous. This was along the turf, and the Marauders with plenty of bodies back. Braceno now trying to work again along the far side, and it'll be a goal kick coming for Antelope Valley. Couple of bouncing balls picked up by Antelope Valley here. Marauders trying to attack. Ball slipped down towards the box. Offside flag on Antelope Valley.
That is cool. I like that. There's a thing called to go on my way home.
Next time we go to the half, that's true. I do owe you. Write that down. I'm gonna enjoy my bird. Man. I'm the one that's still working and everybody else is. You wouldn't do this on a yeah, I would. Real coffee. Hey, I gotta sustain, okay? .30 to go here in the second half. Canyons with a 1-0 lead after the Hansen goal. Here's a ball shipped into the box. Another chance, but not much on it by Jose Chavez that time, as he was trying to make a running connection and just couldn't get anything to go. Marauders controlling back on their own half of midfield. Strada will send it back to Flores. Canyons able to get a takeaway, and now Vegas Roberts will control. That pass not able to connect. Antelope Valley going to work back into the middle of the field. Braceno had it for a moment. Marauders take it away. They send it back in, and Hunter Maiden going to collect. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yes. All right. She never knows when you're going to be here. That's fine. Okay. Ball in the middle of the field here for Canyons. Here's Chris Chavez with it. Chavez gets tripped up, but has the ball taken off his foot. Clean play by Antelope Valley that time. Marauders trying to work through the middle of the field. Now we're going to get a foul on Canyons. Not sure what the foul call was there.
I'm not sure either. Thought that was a clean ball.
Here's Estrada now. Flag for a foul on Canyons, I think, deep. Is it a handball contact? Is that what they called?
Initially, that's what I thought they called. And now I don't know.
So here's another dangerous set piece here for Antelope Valley.
And the last set piece they had from
About the
in the
spot.
first half was close.
Right about the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
They ran over it last time with Santana and let Stokes take it. We'll see if they do the same here. Santana again going to run around it. Stokes will take it again, and this time blocked by the wall up in the air. And Hunter Maiden will collect. That's a good job by the Canyons wall. Got up high enough to make sure that Stokes, who last time missed it on the left side, drove it wide. Tried to drive it lower that time, and the Cougars were ready for it. Here's Carrillo. Floats it high in the air. Back down to the Antelope Valley side. Touched by Estrada. Picked up now by Canyons. Here's Hansen, who's the goal scorer. Gets it to Lances Castillo. In the middle of the field, defended away, and Antelope Valley going to try and counter. On the near side, good job by Lanzis that time to knock it away, and it'll be a foul on Antelope Valley. Here's Lanzis now with it, or excuse me, Chavez with it. A shot blocked in the air. Now Vegas Roberts. He'll slip it onto the outside. Braceno back into the middle, and it's collected by Flores.
Only gets things.
Mass subs coming for both sides here.
Thank you.
That was your, as you said, that was a thank you.
Hey! Yeah, good. Yes, yes. Knock some more. Nathan, you're already going now with press, bro. Don't drop back. He's running full speed. How does he stop? Nathan! Right here. Yeah.
Couple of bodies collapsed on the near side after some contact, and they created an Antelope Valley free kick, so the Marauders working with the ball here. Bouncing in the middle of the field. Marauders just playing control. Couple of bodies crashed into one another once again. Canyons gets a takeaway. There's Steven Garcia into the game. We haven't seen Steven very often this year. He has started 6 times, played in 8 games. We haven't seen him a lot here at College of the Canyon. I think most of his action's been on the road this season. Fritz with a first touch. Looked onto the outside, Nick Sandoval. Defended, taken away by Antelope Valley. The Marauders will control 1-0 Canyons off the Hanson goal. Came in the 46th minute, snapped a 346-minute goalless drought for College of the Canyons. Carrillo. Got it head. Chris Chavez, good ball. Sandoval trying to sprint onto it. He'll take a shot and missed it up and over. Good layered ball. Canyon's just not able to connect. That's a good ball to Sandoval that time, sprinting down though, Mar. He just couldn't finish it home.
Yeah, and the Cougars have been trying to do that all night, and it's starting to connect, and they're starting to make those connections in the final third. They just need to finish through with the execution, and that would be the goal.
Here's Antelope Valley trying to go to work. Alvarez Cavado will send it down. Santana tries to flick one through the box. Bounces along to the other side. Canyons, good job defending and able to clean up. Here's Gage Fritz back the other way on a counter. They'll try that same ball towards Sandoval. This one kind of checked up, so Sandoval had to turn and stop. As Chris Chavez just maybe didn't get enough underneath it. Fritz will create another turnover. Chavez run into. And then a hip check by Christian Lanzas Castillo. And we'll get a card on Jeffrey Contreras. Marauders trying to play one back in that Vegas Roberts knocks away. Now Soror again trying to play it in. Then Roberts again with a step up and drives it out.
Canyon's defense is very solid. They have good structure and communication back there. And they have for majority of the season. I think goals have just come from some breakdowns, a few breakdowns, few and far between.
Yeah, they kind of have that 5-minute lapse. And we've seen that a few times.
And then they're very involved in the attack. And if they just get that execution, I think Canyons can be pretty good contenders in this conference.
Remember, this is just a conference opener, so plenty of games left in conference play. Checking in for College of the Canyons, Manuel Martinez. It's an out-turn corner towards the top of the inside box, and Canyons able to drive it away. Sandoval going to try and use some speed to create something on a counter. 1-on-3. Doesn't have any Cougars with him. Gets around one man, but Antelope Valley layered well. And Alvarez Quevedo going to just play it out, so Canyons will get a throw in from deep. Bad idea.
You know what I heard about that?
We'll start thinking of what you want. Oh. There you are. Start thinking about what you want. It's a cash business though, so you gotta bring cash. See if you're even here. You've been. Yeah, you're not on a very good. You're not on a very good record right now. Time's starting to work against Antelope Valley here in a 1-0 match. Alvarez Cavero. Called for a foul here. So Garrett Carrillo will drive this one away. Gage Fritz stepping up. Fritz trying to lay it off. Ooh. Off contact on Christian Lenses Castillo, but he's all right. We play on. And Lenses Castillo going to be called for a foul on the other side as he trips up Ariza. Not sure if Christian Lenses Castillo is actually pointing at his right leg, and that was the leg that when he got contacted on.
That was some pretty solid contact. I was surprised he just got up.
The medical staff out. So Christian Lenses Castillo will come off. Antelope Valley will make a couple substitutions. Canyons will do the same.
Lenses Castillo's been really solid on the outside for Canyons. Not sure who's coming in, but they have some big shoes to fill. He's done really well.
Set piece for Antelope Valley from deep, driving away by Canyons. I think Whitney got a touch on it first.
Number 15, Robert Moriano. And for the Marauders, number 10, Alex Ariza.
Robert Moronu coming in.
Check that. Number 6, Jason Palacio.
Jason Palacios coming in. Salvador Luviano coming in as well.
Also checking in for the Marauders, number 17, Salvador Luviano.
Another throw in for Antelope Valley. Couple of chances here and continuing on.
I think Canyons just got very lucky on the backside, and the clear, I think it was by Moronu.
Moronu, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was by him. But they got very lucky there. Ball bounced through. There was like 3 ABC players ready to strike the ball in there.
And Antelope Valley wanted a foul as well down in the box. They had a Marauder down, but play on, the official says, and we go back to work. Canyon's trying to find a counter here. Good combination. Hansen, who's the goal scorer, trying to get around one man, gets knocked off the ball. Is good job coming back when Caleb Stokes able to slide from a distance and knock it back towards goal, where Flores was able to collect.
I think if that ball was just a foot more to the right, I think he would have been off 1v1 with the keeper. It was a great job of moving forward and seeing that there's no one available and just bringing it back so we keep possession instead of forcing the issue there. I think Canyons has gotten a lot better at that. That's this second half.
And really taking their chances when they do have that opportunity. We've seen them try and spring Sandoval a couple of times. Antelope Valley going to get a takeaway on what might have been a Cougar getting tripped up. Instead, we play on. There's Sandoval. Chavez needs to slow himself down. Then Sandoval just didn't handle it cleanly, and it bounced out of play off it. This one thrown back in by Antelope Valley, and the Marauders turn it right back over. So neither team able to cleanly do anything with it over the last couple of seconds. Now Canyon's trying to work back the other way, and Canyon's going to get called for a foul. Antelope Valley quickly trying to find the counter here. This one crossed through the box, and it just skips through. And Canyon's going to get a clear. Sandoval going to try and run onto it this time. Chips around a defender with speed. Got tugged on. Will play on. Sandoval again. And now we'll get a whistle for the foul on Antelope Valley. And I believe we will get our first yellow on Antelope Valley here. And that is indeed the case. And that's a solid foul we'll take from Antelope Valley in this instance, as Sandoval had a good sprint down the sidelines. So free kick coming for Canyons here. Whitney going to take it. He'll drive it towards the near post. And then a smart job by Antelope Valley just to let it roll out of play. Morona was trying to collect it and could not. All kind of skipping around. Antelope Valley going to get a throw in from deep. They'll go quick here. Good job by Whitney to get back.
Back in the game for the
Get a ball played away.
Zalamea.
Zalamea back in. One of the Marauders now down hurt in the middle of the field after one of the Cougars went over the top of him. Canyon's going to get an advantage chance here. And a good job by the keeper there and Flores to come out and challenge that and make sure that Hansen could not get there. And we'll get our medical staff out on the field to check on the Antelope Valley player here.
What is it, throwing? But I appreciate it. Ball's over here, ball's over here.
So I believe it'll be a throw-in for Canyons.
How is it white ball? Because the ball, when you do this, keeping it, the keeper was not out.
So actually, it's going to be a drop ball here.
See, look in, let's go. Doesn't matter. Give it to your keeper.
And they'll just give it back to Chavez here, or to Flores here.
Returning the game for the Marauders, number 8, Omar Sosa.
Sosa back in the game for Antelope Valley. Flores will send this one towards midfield. Tough contact in the back on one of the Cougars. Chris Chavez goes down. It'll be Canyons' ball. Ball back into the box. Defended away by Antelope Valley, picked up by Canyons.
Gage has been really instrumental in the midfield with those takeaways and distribution tonight.
Maiden will send this one near side. They'll come out right by us. It'll be an Antelope Valley throw-in. And yeah, we didn't talk about him early on in the first half. He was very quiet. But here so far in the second, he's been around the ball and had a few nice takeaways, a few good opportunities to create counters for Canyon.
Yeah, I think after he had that shot is when he kind of came alive.
Only goal so far in the 46th minute by Hansen. Canyons is holding on to it at the moment, a 1-0 lead. This ball served towards the box. Hunter Maiden going to let it bounce to him. He'll wait on Antelope Valley to come and chase, and then falls on top of it as Hugo Santana pressing forward. Maiden will boot this one down the field. First touch by Antelope Valley. That's an offside fly. I was going to say Luviano was about 5 yards offside there.
A great step by Canyons.
Here's Carrillo, little chip down the near touchline. Didn't have any curve on it. And now we'll see substitutions off the far side for Antelope Valley. Canyons will do the same. Chris Chavez will come off. Callion coming in for College of the Canyons.
Now the game, first for the Marauders, number 23, Benjamin Estrada.
Benjamin Estrada in for Antelope Valley.
And for the Cougars, number 9, Leon McCallion.
Palacios able to play it back. Here's Stokes. Vegas Roberts there to take away. You've talked about it a number of times with the Canyons back line, but that back line of Roberts, Whitney, and Carrillo, even those little step-up plays that create counters like this chance are just so huge as the game continues on.
Yeah, and Roberts, we haven't really talked about too much. We talked about him in the beginning, but his awareness of where people are and what he needs to do with the ball before he gets it is what makes him so good defensively and offensively. He is a great asset to the back line and the Cougars offense.
Whitney and Luviano crashed into one another and both fall to the ground. It'll be an Antelope Valley free kick. It's interesting, too, with Roberts. It seems as though really, even though he's along that back line, he kind of plays more pushed forward in the middle, it really leaves Carrillo and Whitney along the outsides in that shape.
Yeah, and we also see Whitney moving forward, and when that's the case, Robert stays back, and sometimes Carrillo moves forward, and that's the thing with the Canyons defense is they're very structured and communicative.
All three big bodies here. You see Carrillo flying up to knock that one down.
And I would argue the strength of the back line does not reflect their record.
No, yeah. I mean, you look, like we said, only 7 goals for this season for College of the Canyons, which is an issue. They've allowed 19 goals, and some of it, like we said, coming off counters, coming off breakdowns. Kind of that 5-minute lapse that we've seen from Canyons. They're trying to avoid it right here. Antelope Valley creating a corner for themselves on a chance from Santana on a cross, and he'll go back to take the corner. We kind of haven't seen that yet today. A lot of the goals against Canyons this year, especially here at the Cougar Soccer Facility, have come in counter opportunities in that breakdown after Canyons pushes ahead. Oh, Valley going to send Oscar Flores all the way up to midfield. He's going to stand 10 steps inside the center circle from the center line. In turn, defended away to the top of the box. A shot blocked by Whitney. Good step out by Whitney. Ball still loose, and Canyons will get it and play it ahead. If they send it ahead, they could have a free run. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Antelope Valley here, and we'll get our 4th card of the match. Mazaror going to get the card.
Good look. I took 7 with 2 runs.
Let's take the rest of the way.
50 to 1, but.
Just under 6 minutes to go here. Another Cougar down on the field. That was Vegas Roberts, slow to get up.
Remember last game he was having a little problem, I think, with his ankle, I think.
Antelope Valley going to get a throw in here. They'll throw it into the box. Whitney first touch. Got second touch as well. Canyon's going to try and go the other way. Good job by Antelope Valley to press ahead and get a steal. Whitney knocks down a man, and it'll be a free kick from a dangerous spot for Antelope Valley here.
And this is if you're Canyons, you want to hold possession moving forward.
Manuel Martinez making sure he stands in front of the ball so Antelope Valley couldn't go quick, and the official hasn't given a whistle yet anyway, trying to pace off the wall. Montes de Oca standing near it. He looks like he's going to be the man to take it. He'll just chip. Header just misses on the near side. Cutting through was Antelope Valley, and they had a really good look at it. And there was nothing Hunter Maiden could do. He just stood there and watched. Remember, Maiden had a really big save in the first half that kept this game at 0-0. And right now, as you said, Mari, that and the Hansen goal, the difference right now for College of the Canyons. This one played out towards midfield. That one comes off of a couple of bodies, picked up by Canyons, then a couple of players ran into one another. Zalamea was one. The other was Montes de Oca. Whitney stepping ahead to keep the ball on the Antelope Valley half of midfield. Backheel pass doesn't find its way to Fritz. Antelope Valley trying to counter. Good ball along the far side. Canyons knocks it down, and then a foul called against Antelope Valley. Manuel Martinez able to draw it. Seems as though the later we get here in this one, the more the physicality shows up that we kind of expected early on, didn't see until the last, we'll say 3 minutes, really.
Yeah, I've actually been surprised. And I think the center ref has done a good job of keeping things under control, but both these teams don't seem as, I would say, aggressive as we've seen in the past.
Maiden to drive this one away. Foul going to be called against Canyons, Zalamea. Tense times here. Remember, this is the conference opener. Everybody from Antelope Valley going to press ahead. It's Flores going to drive this one forward. High in the air towards the Canyons box. Bounces in front of a few bodies. Contacted by Antelope Valley. Trying to set up a cross. This one does, but Hunter Maiden right there to collect. That's a good job by the Canyons keeper.
And from here on, it is essential for Canyons to hold the ball.
Maiden slow to get up, taking his time.
Can be expected.
Seeing how long he could press it before the official maybe blew a whistle and told him to hurry up. This one played high in the air. First touch bounces off a couple of bodies, comes back high in the air. Now back to the center field stripe. Antelope Valley trying to push it forward. It bounces around Whitney, but Roberts there to cut it off. Played it back to Maiden, who will just drive it out of play on the far side.
Yeah, that was his best option. It was a little bit of a bumpy pass back to him.
Canyon's going to be able to win this one forward. Zalamea got tripped up. It'll go out off of Canyons. Bill Marcelin, the head coach of College of the Canyons, hollering for a foul from the sidelines. Not going to get it. Whitney first touch off the throw-in. Hansen, not a good second contact. And then Hansen going to be called for a foul as he knocked over one of the Marauders. And Zalamea may be lucky he didn't get a yellow card. That might have been the 5th yellow card of the match. We've got 4 so far, 2 on each side. On the officials' watch here in the next minute. As we're inside of 2 minutes to go, we'll see how much extra they've added on. Good job by Gage Fritz on the free ball played in. And then Canyon's going to get a throw in here. They go quick with it. And now we'll have a substitution on the far side.
Still trying to be a little strategic with that sub, and our sideline ref told him to go off on the side and walk around.
Moronu will throw this one into the middle. Good spin around by Jose Chavez. He got knocked down. They play the advantage. They say we continue on. And Moronu runs into one of the Marauders. Canyons gets another takeaway. Cougars, with a 1-0 lead, can just try and flip it into the corner and control. Fritz trying to draw a foul, then smartly flips it into the corner. Moronu couldn't collect onto it. It'll be an Antelope Valley throw-in. But from deep on the Antelope Valley side of midfield, good job by Fritz again right there to get first touch. Canyons with another throw-in now deep, and they can take their time. Marauders trying to find a counter here. Carrillo back to get it first. Plays it back to Maiden. He'll strike it low. First touch, Antelope Valley. Second, Vegas Roberts flips it down. Hansen trying to chase onto a loose bouncing ball. And Antelope Valley going to just play it back to Flores. That should have been an illegal touch as that ball was played back by Antelope Valley, but we play on. To go out off of Canyons. They'll throw back in towards the box again. This one flipped out towards midfield. Then Canyons will create a throw in. Tense times here. Conference opener. Canyons trying to finish out a 1-0 victory, and they will get it. They hold on. They pull up the clean sheet, their fourth of the season. It's a 1-0 win, a conference victory to open the season for College of the Canyons. On the back of the Christian Hansen goal and a Hunter Maiden save early on. Canyons with a 1-0 victory over Antelope Valley. A good one here. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you on Thursday for football. As homecoming against El Camino on Thursday here on the Cougar Sports Network. Have a good one, everybody.